welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fixing Up the Commonwealth. Glad you're enjoying this series so far. It's been very popular, the last two settlements that we've built, and we'll just continue on. I'm going to make a little bit of a gateway here. As you know by now, the Slog is a very, very dangerous place. Not too much exciting in this today. It's pretty stock standard. Tried to do something a little bit different, as I always do with all my settlements, but for those of you that have been building in Fallout 4 for a while, this will be reasonably straightforward. Just a slight twist on our normal kind of settlement builds for the entranceway. Trying to get rid of those bushes, because it's sitting outside the boundary it won't let me select it to scrap it, but that's okay, we'll just work random. So far in this settlement it has been not too bad for being able to scrap things, so I'm not too worried about it. So if you hear some weird and wily noises in the background, it's because the wind is absolutely howling at about 25 to 30 kilometers an hour in Sydney today. Yesterday we had a bit of a dust storm that blew in from the central part of Australia, and the wind has continued in today, so it's a bit crazy at the moment. So I apologise if you're hearing some of these weird background noises. So what we're going to do, we're going to chuck this scaffolding down. Initially what I do is I chuck two scaffolding down. I was going to build a couple of towers on each side of the gate, and then as I looked at it more and more, it was going to restrict the entranceway a little bit too much. So I end up only doing one and adding something in here that makes this part of the settlement secure. Now, I'm not going to bore you with showing you me putting walls and stuff in. I've only partly built some of the settlement so far and the kind of defences. So okay, so we're going to make that the main platform. We'll drop a floor in there for a sec. So weirdly, with the fact that I'm using USO, I do actually have the DLC that gives you the scaffolding, but because I'm running USO at the same time, that for some reason the components of the scaffolding are split, which is very weird. So you're going to see me flick back and forward between two different menus. So we'll put it about there. That's going to be outside the boundary, so I might have to pull that across in a second, and then we can put, you'll see what, that's sitting outside, so I'm going to have to pull it across. Yeah, we'll put it on that side. Snap that to, this is the easiest way I know, snap that to that, then put a stair there, and then we'll get a smaller scaffolding to put underneath there. And again, this is all standard kind of stuff. I'm sure you've seen this a few times in the past. And that's the one we want there. Okay. Hopefully, oh, there it was. You seen it? There we go. Cool. So I don't know, while we're tinkering away with this, I don't know how you feel about the new system we have in Fallout 76. I was hoping to do a number of builds in Fallout 76, but it's fair to say it's nothing like the system that we have here in Fallout 4. It's certainly not as robust or flexible as the system we have in Fallout 4, and again we have no mods at this point. So I've seen a few people do a couple of reasonably good builds, but they all to me are looking very similar, and so for now I'm not going to I'm going to play around a little bit privately with the Fallout 76 building system, but certainly not going to be building putting any build videos up on the channel just yet. I just want to spend a little bit more time fiddling around with it before I'll be confident enough to, and unlocking a whole lot of stuff as well, before I bring you any of those videos. The weird thing that I'm finding, the whole plan thing has got me a bit mystified. And to give you an example of that, I finally reached level 25 on one of the 3 characters that I'm playing the game on the other day, and yet, so at level 25 I had a power armor, T45 power armor that I could utilize, and so I whacked that on. And if you've been following the Discord or channel or the Twitter feed, you would have seen my new power armor. Whacked my power armor on, but then strangely enough could not craft a power armor station, which I just find a bit weird and a bit bizarre. So it's the whole having to go out and find the plans for things or buy the plans at some extortionate amount of money. It's all found very, very strange the way that they've done that. And certainly there will not be any settlement builds coming out of Fallout 76 as there are in Fallout 4. It just is not built for that. And so I'm going to have to think carefully about what kind of material we bring you as far as build videos from Fallout 76. Okay, so you can see I'm just doing a little bit of a junk fence. I'm not going to show you. This is just that little bit so I can get my head around how this is all going to function as far as this particular immediate area, and then we will continue on with a little guard tower up the top and a bit of a tour. Very, very short video today. Not a lot to this, but I always like sharing this because it might give you an idea for your own builds that you haven't thought about in the past. If you do want to have a good look at Fallout 76, there's plenty of content on the channel at the moment. Mostly gameplay, some really funny moments. I'm having a lot of fun playing with a whole lot of people that you will know from the community. As I faff around with that stair for whatever reason, I have no idea. What I initially done with this build is I put a second level on this tower here, and then I actually pull it out. So you're not going to see all the faffage that actually I spent only to rip the thing down. So yeah, playing with other YouTubers and other subscribers in the last few weeks has been immense fun. And in fact, you can see, look, I've got an upper level which just all gets ripped down in a sec. I have a character that I've built for 76, which I haven't worried about the questing side of things. I've just run around and basically explored and killed things together with a number of people, and it's been a lot of fun, a heck of a lot of fun. What I'm thinking of doing though is possibly recreating some of the places I have found in 76 in Fallout 4 land, because there are some quite interesting areas that you actually see there, and one in particular I want to find the right location and maybe do a place anywhere video. As you can see, I'm not having a lot of fun, a lot of luck in climbing things today for some unknown reason. A lot of what ends up the final part of this, a lot of this ends up being decoration, and you'll see it does change its character quite a bit once we get all this stuff built. I don't know why it's not snapping to that. I think I end up changing those floors out and it works anyway, but we'll put that in there. I'm loving these shipping crate parts from G2M mod. If you haven't checked out the GTM mod, have a look at it. It is fantastic mod, and it certainly it's given me a lot. There we go, that's the one I was wanting. That's why I wouldn't snap, because it was saying you're using the wrong piece. So I've had that mod for a long time. The developer is a really nice guy, and I've had frequent discussions with him over a period of time. It's a really good, robust mod, and this is just something that I haven't really played around with, although I've had the mod for a long time. So it's always possible to have a mod and actually still find new stuff in it, so which is quite cool. We'll just put that side on there like that. Put the other side on, put a roof on it, and that's going to be a little guard post up there. But it kind of it works in with the first part of the apartments. We did the build we did on the apartments. If you haven't seen that one and you're new to the series, please check it out. If you haven't seen the other settlements that we've actually done in the past, we've actually done Sunshine Tidings, and we just finished Oberlin Station not that long ago. If you haven't checked those out, they're worth a look. I have a lot of fun with these settlement builds, really do. Now there's a hole in the floor which we'll have to fix, but that's not going to be too hard to do. We're getting a bit of lag, but nothing too much. It's only because we're in this menu. The lag will be fixed in a second once we get out of here. We just got to find something that we can use as a roof. Probably that maybe, or is there a longer one? So that's why this is taking so long. I'm just not used to using these particular parts. What's this? This might be the right piece. A bit too long. It's actually quite an interesting look though. It's interesting to see how long this is going to keep Fallout 4's builders working. I suspect that a lot of people are going to continue to build in Fallout 4 for quite a while now. I think I agree with somebody was saying the other day, the sentiment that potentially Bethesda, might be just being a little bit cautious at this point in time with their build system, and maybe that over time that will relax a little bit. We will see. So this is that looks as though it's angled a little bit, but I don't mind it. I think that looks quite a nice little guard post, a little bit different to what I've done in the past, and I like it a lot. So the only other thing to do here is really to add a few railings in, and then we're pretty much done. And I've got to figure out which mod the railings are in. I'm going to fix that fence out there. See, because if I don't put railings in, I do stuff like that. I keep falling off. I'm going to put a floor in there. Now, again, with the mods I run, my normal floors will just snap right into there like that. No problem. You can see we've got a good little vantage point there, and you can see there's a lot of area there that we need to work in. Not sure what I'm going to do next, but I'm sure we'll find out fairly soon. And we'll just whack a couple of these on, and we'll give you the final tour. We got there, and we're all good. So let's get into the final tour, and you'll see that this looks pretty ordinary at the moment, but you'll see in the final tour we do dress it up a fair bit, and it does give you a good secure view of a fortified settlement. So you can see I've done a little bit more work on the walls going both sides. Like I said, I haven't spent a lot of time yet. The Australian flag is flying proudly up there. We've added this bus in. Thanks, Dogmate. We'll be in there in a second. Thank you. Oh, there's a bit of stuff kicking off down there. I found this. I forget where I found this. I think maybe Dead Wastelands or something. This bus. Yep, there's a lot going on down there. As I said, it's a dangerous settlement. And so let's go in. Traders are welcome, and I've added this secure area in so that you can't just walk straight into the settlement, because you have to report into security here underneath the viewing platform, the overlook platform. And I've actually put a cage around this as well, so you can't just get in willy-nilly. You have to actually get through security. You can see the doctor's just sitting down having a rest, so I'm going to use that. I will add a little bit of stuff in here. I haven't done it so far, but this is an interesting little bus, little secure bus you can use for a defense. And then we have our little guard post, and as I said, it's not one of my most detailed builds, but it's essential that we have something secure. so that the settlers feel safe. So guys, thanks for joining us today on Fixing Up the Commonwealth. Hope you're enjoying the series. If you did, a like is always appreciated, and we'll catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya.